All right. We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STS Pod.club production. There we go. I'm BT. How you doing, RynoJB?
I'm doing great. Another episode of Memphis Wrestling. BT, you're going to love this. I'm wearing Young Ghost this time.
Young Ghost. There's a reason too, guys. Sit back and listen. There's a reason he's got that shirt on.
Oh, yes.
And, man, it is as hot as a chicken with a blowtorch here, man. It is really hot. I just want you to know that.
94 degrees and sunny.
Oh, on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Just to let everyone know, tomorrow is Forbidden Door, and you don't have to pay for the pay-per-view. You can go to Dave & Buster's. They'll even give you a game card. There's usually some wrestlers there, and Dustin's there for the show. We had a bunch of shows this week. So we did Breakout Stars, which is one of our most popular episodes. We go through the top 10 guys. I think we got 2 of them right last year, so we'll see how many we got this year. A newsletter versus newsstand. A newsstand versus newsletter. I get that confused every time. 1987. Man, Rhino, were you even born in 1987?
I was born at the last month, December 24th, 1987.
1987 was right there when I started reading kayfabe sheets, so it was a really fun episode. We released the Shooting Star episode 4 to the main feed. Remember, you can get Patreon. You get those very, very early. This next week, we'll be doing new episodes of Cassette Wrestling News, a Dynamite on Tuesday reviewing the pay-per-view. We actually had 3 releases on Patreon. $5, man. $5. We did a Cassette Wrestling News with Tank Abbott. Do you remember Tank Abbott in UFC?
The name sounds so familiar.
He was in WCW too. He was a big guy, bald-headed, goatee, kind of looked like me without glasses. So this was just something we found in the tapes. It really wasn't a Cassette Wrestling News, but I wanted to release it since he was a big UFC legend. So we're going to get started. We do hits, misses. What else do we do? MVP. A question of the week, and what do you look forward to the most next week? And must see. We're going to start with you, brother. What's your hits?
My hits this week, we start off with an incredible opener, Carlos Alexander Rios versus Gio Savage, or what I thought would be an incredible opener. I was really hyped for it, and then doggone Mads Kruger comes in and just ruins the whole thing. I had to put it on my hits list, though. I'm interested in Mads Kruger. We saw him take out K. Toomer last week. This week, he calls out K. Toomer and lets K. Toomer know that his reign is coming to an end, and the reign of Mads Kruger will begin. Also on my hits list, Mike Anthony cut one hell of a promo. BT, you and I have raved about this guy day in, day out, week in, week out. Mike Anthony cuts another promo that that leads to what I believe to be one of the best matches we've ever seen on Memphis Wrestling. Mike Anthony and Zay Washington it was a barn burner, as they say. They just really tore the place up. That was an incredible match.
Wait. They say it was a banger. You gotta be cool, man. You gotta be cool.
I say bangers every now and then, but I'm trying to show a little love to my old heads.
Oh, there he goes.
Mike Anthony and Zay Washington, they put it down. We saw the strength and meanness and how dangerous Mike Anthony could be in this match, but we saw that athleticism and strength from Zay Washington as well. You have compared Zay Washington to the likes of Two Cold Scorpio, and I'm seeing it more and more every time he's in the ring. He's just so damn good at everything. Shout out to Austin Lane, who came out and gave Zay Washington some big props. We also saw Austin Lane get into it with Matt and Meklikoff. Oh my goodness,
Matt Williams. Don't just call him Matt.
Matt Williams, exactly. Matt Williams. Excuse me. He said this. Excuse me, Matt Williams. Excuse me. But Matt Williams and Meklikoff just causing some trouble there. For Austin Lane, I'm really interested in how that all is going to play out. We also saw the debut of Nix defeating DDT with a DDT. I thought that was damn good right there. Nice debut. A good match, too. Also, the Posse had a good, funny skit. Free Briar, BT. Free Briar. Let my man go. And also...
That's our next shirt. We're going to come out with that.
Free Briar. Let's go. Gun Show got put through the table at the end of the show by Bruce and Jack. They were paid by somebody, and BT, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, it wasn't me.
No, wasn't me neither, guys, because I would not pay Money Mark that much money to get rid of him. So, yeah, that's all your hits there, right?
Those are my hits.
All right, awesome. I'm going to add Pete. Pete joined us again. I love him on commentary. He's just so professional.
Yes.
And he knows the product, too. That's the cool thing. He's watching a couple of weeks, 3 or 4 weeks ahead of time to get himself ready. Maybe he watches it all the time. I don't know.
Every week.
Love the double choke slam for Mads Kruger. Anthony in Dustin's face. That will happen one day. It will happen. Austin Lane putting over Zay Washington after, man, you said it. You said something. It could be the number one match in 70 episodes of Memphis Wrestling. I am going to go back and do a study because there were some really good matches last year featuring Zay Washington. And we've had some stuff with Mike Anthony and Brett Michaels. That was a total different match, but really, really good. This was what I like to call the hybrid style of today's wrestling. A lot of people like to call it flippity floppity, whatever you want to call it. This was what it was. Fast-paced. Very few slowdowns. No slowdown, really. Jumping out of the ring, in the ring, both guys. Man, if I wanted to go stars, I would have had to go almost 5 stars. There was only like one little flaw. And other than that, that match was perfect, guys. Yeah. Perfect. Lane took a beating. He takes a beating pretty good. My co-host for Best of the Best, he gets a good beating there. And that's Matt Williams. DDT, I said DDT's match, what was it, a couple weeks ago, was the best match she had. Well, she just said, screw that, I'm gonna have a better one. Her against Nix was a huge surprise for me, JB. My first look at Nix, oh man, I know why they were put together in Black Rock last Saturday night. These ladies can wrestle. They seem to wrestle really well against each other. Love to finish with the DDT. My friend Money Mark comes out. He's does his first real promo right there in front of Memphis Wrestling, and we talked about that last week on the podcast and how much it meant to him. But I just love it. Those two big, mean, burly guys that remind me of APA. They were paid some money, and we all think pretty much it was Mike Anthony. And that gun show always gets put through a table or a desk, and he got put through the so my question is, who's he going to bring with him? Is he going to bring Memphis? Is it going to be Memphis Muscle to go against those two big guys? That would be a fun match. All right, that was my hits. What are your misses for the week?
My misses this week, there were a lot of random cuts in the show this week. I felt like just a lot of times where it seemed like it just cut and kind of went to a different, like it was clipped a bit. And I was hoping to see more expressions from the referees. Sometimes it seems like the referees not necessarily lost in the ring there, but not as expressive as I think that they could be, especially coming down with the 1, 2, 3. Now, I've never been a referee a day in my life, but just going off of a fan perspective, I would like to see a little bit more energy from the referees here. And those are my only misses.
My misses and it was that the sound on the videos. I really liked the Justin Cole video that they did another up close and personal with him, even mentioning his family. In the pasta video, I had to turn up the volume to hear it. That was my only miss. I thought this was. I said this a couple of, I think 60 or 59 or something like that. I have to go back and look. But this might have been the best overall show in 70 shows, too. This could have been. This was almost flawless. So, all right. Who's your MVP?
My MVP this week, the one and only Zay Washington. I got to give it to him. Zay Washington showed out here in this match. It was a huge opportunity for him to face the Heritage Champion in singles competition. He's usually seen in tag team with Aaron Roberts, but he did very well on his own 2 feet here. Zay Washington is my MVP.
No, same here. My MVP for the week, Zay Washington. I've been high on him since day one. Yeah. Love this guy. Love watching him. I actually watched him before he came to Memphis, some matches, and was reaching out to people saying, who is this guy? Who is this guy? He proved it. And he is a future Memphis Heritage Champion. It's not time right now, but he is a future champion. I could see him with the belt at this time next year. So that was our MVP. All right, dude, we're going to question of the week. Well, this week it's not DDT. It's for BT and JB. All right. Rhino and BT. I love listening to this comes from Jimmy J 901. I love listening to you guys every week. We thank you. Thank you. And I watch the clips on YouTube. Thank you for that too. Those they take a lot of time, guys, to do the clips, especially when me and Rhino have all those hits. Would either of you guys want to work in front of the camera at Memphis Wrestling as either a referee, a manager, announcer, or a wrestler? Damn good question, by the way. All right, JB, I'm gonna let you answer it first.
Well, I did a little ring announcement already at the Rumble last year. So, but it would be a dream come true if I could do commentary. If anything, I've always wanted to kind of do commentary, being what I do on Twitch TV. A little mic work, but actually learning what goes into commentary and everything that comes with it is something that I would like to do. What about you, BT?
Man, I just think I'm happy doing what I'm doing because I'm providing content for Memphis Wrestling. We've had, my face has been on Memphis Wrestling, kind of one of those things as a child that just, if you told me the 10 or 11-year-old to BT that, I would have said, oh yeah, whatever, things like that. I like providing content. I like having control when I do it. So it's one of those things where I walk through the door, I would have to be there for 1 or 3 shows. I don't want to see spoilers. So it's one of those things I would love to join, maybe some commentary. Commentary is the only thing probably. My manager days and especially my wrestling days are over. But, I'd manage somebody. Who knows? I might manage somebody. I don't want to be a ref. But I would like to do, like a Saturday night commentary for a couple of matches or something like that. But overall, I'm real happy with what we do for Memphis Wrestling. And thanks, guys, man. We appreciate that question. That was a real good question. I pitched it out to my Patreon members also because I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get to Diana or Dustin again, but you guys can always send us a question, and it's going across the screen. If you're watching it, it is question of the week. You can ask Diana, Dustin, JB, BT, 501-232-1701, or email us at stspodclub@gmail.com. That was our question of the week. All right, brother. What do you look? Oh, let me remind everybody. Tomorrow. Forbidden Door, free, man, free, guys. If you subscribe to Patreon, you will also be able to get Best of the Best, Austin Lane, 1 month early. I'm just putting over that Patreon because it's a watch along and it's really fun. And what do you look forward to the most about next week?
I'm looking forward to, hopefully, the return of K Toomer and how does he respond to all this, madness, if you will.
Oh, I'm going to go with it's a 4th of July celebration next week. It's 4th of July weekend. Trace Hunt and Austin Lane go in the ring with that guy from that one country we don't like. Nice touch, Trace. And Matt Williams. I love it. I'm excited about that. All right. What's up next? This is our last category. So what is your must-see for the week? I already know what it is, but go ahead and tell everybody.
No, I don't think you do. I got two of them. I might shock you here. My first must-see is Nick's debut. I think that is a must-see. If you've been watching and you've been keeping up with the program, we had a new debut of Nick's. I think that is must-see. And also Big Swole's promo package, where we could be looking at a different Big Swole coming around here, or maybe just embracing the Big Swole he's always been and really going after that Heritage Championship, putting his best foot forward. Those are my must-see this week.
Oh, wow. My must-see, I agree with you on those, but my must-see, guys, is go out of your way. I hope they put the complete match on, no commercials, no anything. They do that a lot. Mike Anthony against Zay Washington is a must see.
Definitely is.
All right, guys, we'll be back here, same bad time, same bad channel, on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love my mama.
Me too.